This is NASCAR 98. If you like NASCAR, please subscribe. We're going through season mode here on NASCAR 98, and I really love all the feedback I'm hearing back from y'all of playing this game. So I know y'all really enjoying it, and we're looking forward to we're also playing the other game on the channel as well that's coming out. So let's take a look at our season info. So far we have 4 wins this season out of 11 starts. Not real consistent, so it's part of the reason why you'll see in a moment why we're not leading the championship standings. But just take a look at the last few races here. We won at Michigan, and we had a 4th place at California, and then we won at Willow Lane. And look, we came from 24th. That's the last place on the grid. We came from last to first to win. That was really awesome. In qualifying, we were over second off of the 23rd place car, and we came back to win the race. Pretty cool. I think I learned some things from qualifying, and a little bit more went more aggressive on the car setup to win. So next few races here, we have Pocono this race, and then we have Watkins Glen after that, and then another road course, the fantasy course of Cedar Woods. But we're getting towards the end of the season here. Just take a look here at the last 6 races, or last 3 races now of the season. Talladega, that's a really fun big track, and Ranch Tower, another fancy road course, and Suzuka, Japan. Yeah, that road course. Do you remember it? So we only got 6 races left for the season. So 11 out of 17 races. We're over halfway through this thing. Let's take a look at the standings. I think we're out of the championship hunt, but we could get as high as second if we really tried. I think that's still possible, but I don't know if we will or not. Right now, we're solidly in 6th. We're over 100 points ahead of 7th, but we're only 4 points there behind Bobby Labonte. So we might be able to mix it up here with the top 5. Maybe make it up here in the top 5 in the points. That'd be pretty cool. Next race is Pocono. We'll see what Bob Jenkins says about it while he's standing at Darlington.
Welcome to today's round of the NASCAR Championship Racing Series, coming to you live from the Pocono Speedway. Hi everyone, I'm Bob Jenkins for EA Sports, and we're here today in Long Pond, Pennsylvania for the running of today's exciting event. Pocono is often referred to as the speedway that drives like a road course. Pocono's unique 2.5-mile tri-oval features 3 turns, each with a different degree of banking, and 3 straights, each with a different length. This allows for some spectacular 200-mile-per-hour slingshots on the long straightaways.
All right, so the Pennsylvania 500 in Lone Pond, Pennsylvania. 2.5-mile tri-oval, or whatever you want to call this thing, a triangle. So the Tricky Triangle, I think, is the nickname that people use for Pocono. All right, I'll see y'all after practice and qualifying. Hello, everyone. We got the pole. We beat Mark Martin by 0.3 of a second there. Jeff Gordon's right there behind us. These are some people we had to beat for the top 5 in the championship. Also, there's Terry. He's leading the championship starting in 8th. Dale Earnhardt's not having a very good year. He's outside the top 10 in the points. And I might have missed Bobby Labonte, but he's also top 5 in the points. And we got to beat him. There he is. Wow, 19th. Very surprising. So hopefully we can gain some points on him today. And there's the field. We got to remember to shift here.
The green flag is out.
$50 laps here at Pocono. Especially this early. Wow. Okay. Maybe I was pressing way too hard off that corner. So 50 laps, a long time Pocono. These laps are about a minute each. It's kind of slow, I feel like, even for Pocono. So we got Mark Martin right behind us. He's an ace. Just got to take care of our tires here. Got to at least make it 25 laps from the pit. 0.8 of a second there over Mark. It's interesting how the main line is actually in the middle of the track there. So Martin's caught us here. He's only 0.3 of a second behind us. Martin and Jeff Gordon are battling here with us for the lead. Looks like Jeff Gordon and Martin are drafting together. Topping out at 2:03. Sounds like Jeff and Mark are beating and banging back there. We never have to really conserve with fuel in these races, it seems like, but tires are definitely something you have to conserve. .4 second lead over Jeff. So I shift in the first and the second turn, but the third turn I do not. It's a pretty high speed corner, and actually the first part of the corner is not as sharp as the last part of the corner, so you can kind of go in a little heavy there. 1.9 second over Jeff. Wow, that's pretty good. So you go a little heavy or hard into turn 3, but then you got to slow her up. But don't go too hard or you'll kill your exit. And if you kill your exit, you're coming to the longest straightaway on the track, and that really hurts you because you don't really get all that speed that you could get on that long straightaway. Oops. 2.4 seconds. Wow, we're really gaining on Jeff here. Was not expecting this. Generally, we don't leave people in the dust in this game, so that's a bit peculiar. So I might be pressing too hard, I don't know. We don't want to get too big of a lead, because if we're using up our tires too much and then there's caution, it all is for wash. I missed my corner entry there. Went in too hot. Now we got a couple second lead. I'm kind of taking a little bit easier on the tires. Yeah, I lost a little bit too there. Pocono has a lot of history with wildlife in the track. Deer and I think some groundhogs, some birds landing on the track and then getting hit. Had all kinds of stuff happen. Off too much, I'm starting to see Jeff in the mirror again. Yeah, he's done probably about a second behind the second half. Yeah. Yeah, he's been steadily gaining on us. I'm starting to see lap traffic now. A couple cars here together. Alright, we're able to get around them. Looks like Martin and Jeff Gordon are splitting them. It looks like they got around them a lot better than I did. I caught them in the middle of the corner. The entry to the corner for the first one. They're on my tail now. So 11 laps down, they've caught me. 3 in a row here. Looks like Jeff Gordon's challenged us for the lead here. Tires starting to wear. We're getting 1 mile per hour faster. See some more lap cars up here. About a quarter way through this race. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh no. Lost all that ground we had. Mark and Jeff took off. I think we touched that rumble strip and it shot us down towards the wall there. That's not good. So I don't know how far we are behind Mark and Jeff now, but it looks like we don't see them. So it's pretty far distance. So we're gonna see if we can catch them again. 3.7 seconds. Make sure not to touch that rumble strip again. All right, 2.6 behind Martin. Way too hot there.
New tires.
We gotta make at least 2 more laps. See if we get a draft now. Now we do. Trying to stay off John here, but still put down the throttle is hard. Gotta stay off that rumble strip. Regret it.
New tires.
1 second behind Mark.
Tires.
Not close enough for draft yet. Get a draft on this straightaway? Yes.
New tire.
Oh, slow down way too much. Looks like my tires are still plenty good to compete with them. As long as it continues like this, I'll be able to still just pit halfway and not try to go long or anything.
New tire.
Like we're shifting about the same time, so we might have about the same gear ratio there between third and fourth. Hey, we took the lead. .1/10 of a second over Jeff. Whoa, I gotta stay off that. Oh man. Got on that again. Alright, if I can stay off the rumble strip, I think I can win this thing.
Tires.
pitting a lap early for halfway point. I know last time we tried to go long, we kind of got screwed. But I kind of want to try it to try to help make sure we got, I don't think we got good enough tires to make it. So I think we could probably go ahead and just pit it halfway here.
In your tire.
Let's just go ahead and pit here.
The leader is pulling into the pits.
That's us. Woohoo! Alright, this has been a fun race so far.
Go, buddy,
Battling up there with
go,
Jeff
go.
and Martin for the lead. Make sure we get up to the gear as well. Well, it looks like they just passed us. So let's try to take care of our tires and be there at the end when it matters. And hopefully no cautions so we have to deal with anybody else. Jet for cars coming off pit road. They come out there and they swing out to the outside wall. They don't merge. Yeah, it's a lot of fun here leaving at Pocono. Such a famous racetrack. Around with these legendary drivers. Right behind Ernie Irvin here, lapping him. See a lot of cars here on pit road. Watch out for someone exiting. Right there, somebody. Don't hit us. Whew, that was close. Don't touch your rumble strip, please. We're still in second, so somebody must not have pitted yet. Somebody pitting.
The leader is pulling into the
Oh,
pits.
that was the leader. Wow. They're lapped now. Or not lapped, but they were close to being lapped. Or, well, when they come back on, they might be close to being lapped. So this is back when Pocono was a 500-mile race. If we're doing a quarter distance and we're doing 50 laps, and that's 125 miles. .8 seconds with Mark Martin. .21 to go. Jeremy Mayfield. Went to downshift and I hit a different button. I did it again. Whoa. I'm getting my hands mixed up. Got the right finger on the wrong hand. Draft here off Hut Strickland, I think it is. Off the rubber strip. Pocono, I think, entered the NASCAR scene in the mid-70s. They started out with 1 date. They were up to 2 for a long, long time. I think they're down to 1 now. It's up in near the Pocono Mountains in Long Pond, Pennsylvania. Each corner was designed to be like a different track. I think one is supposed to be like Indianapolis, one's like Milwaukee. I can't remember what the other one's supposed to be designed like, but it's kind of an interesting approach to design something so unique that no other track is like it, but at the same time it was modeled after other tracks in certain aspects. And it's a huge track. IndyCar doesn't come here currently. They had some not a good race. Someone almost lost their life. Lost a lot of mobility. So it can be a quite dangerous track. Also, we know in NASCAR, Davey Allison had a crazy wreck here, but ended up being okay. Bobby Allison almost ended his life here. So looks like somebody got a blown engine. Past Kyle Petty and John Andretti. I couldn't tell who was one on pit road. Looks like our tires are... Oh no! Our engine just blew. Are you serious? We have failures on. This is the first one of the season. And we were winning by so much, too.
It's all over. That's the end of our race.
Oh, such a shame. We looked like we were dominant for him there. We were going to win that race. Hey, Sterling Marlin ended up coming back and winning that one. That's kind of interesting. I thought it'd be Mark or Jeff. Oh, yeah. So that one is neither the AI fault or our fault. We end up... Dale Earnhardt was out again. Wow, he's having a dismal year. So I guess that was him going to pit road. So we had a blown engine just after he had a blown engine. Of course, we can't ever make it back to the pit road like they can, the AI. Wow, that was a pretty interesting race there. We looked like we were going to win. But you never know in these things, right? We hadn't had a failure yet, so I thought, well, maybe we won't ever have one, and we did. So congratulations to Sterling for winning the race. Mark Martin, Jeff Gordon there, and Terry and Ted Musgrave got another top 5. Congratulations to him. Dale Jarrett, Kenny Wallace, good for him, get a top 10. Ernie Irvin, Bobby Labonte, and Rusty Wallace. And nobody was lapped down. So we're still 6th here in the points. No up or down spots here. 48 points now behind Bobby. We were only 46 behind them. Pretty sure we would have passed him this race if we didn't blow our engine. But still, Terry and Jeff up there battling for the championship. I think everybody else is out of it. And no changes in the top 5 there. Sterling behind us, and there's Rusty and Kenny. And Ted Musgrave's moved into 10th. And Dale Earnhardt, man, this might be his worst season ever. He's down to 16th. Wow, what a terrible season for him. And Michael Waltrip's there bringing up the rear. So next up is Watkins Glen. We'll see you all there.